activation. Attention fire department, respond for general fire alarm activation.
Hi, my name is Steve Heckman. I'm with the Trenton Volunteer Fire Department located in Trenton, Maine, and I am honored to be presenting this year at FDIC a simplified approach to understanding fire alarm systems. That dispatch you heard at the beginning of this video, well, that's a regular occurrence for all of us in the fire service. Fire alarm systems, well, they've been part of the fire service history for well over 170 years. Whether you call them box alarms, automatic alarms, phone alarms, well, fire alarms are a part of a regular firehouse vernacular. When we look to the early days of the municipal fire alarm system, we recognize that this is the grandfather of all fire alarm systems that would come after it. This system would completely reshape how the fire department responds. It would allow us to create specific alarm assignments based on box number. It would allow us to designate automatic and apparatus response, and gave us the ability to communicate on a level never seen before by utilizing the tapper long before phones and long before two-way radios to request additional alarm assignments, request additional apparatus, or completely cancel alarm response altogether. In fact, this municipal fire alarm system was looked upon favorably and was considered an asset to the fire service. History shows us that, well, the municipal fire alarm system would expand. It was primarily expanded due to necessity. As this advertisement from the Gamewell Corporation shows the Woolworth building in 1912, it was recognized that as buildings got taller, the time it would take to transverse the entire building, make your way outside, activate the street box, we would lose valuable response time. And so the municipal fire alarm system would be expanded to what was called the auxiliary fire alarm system. Now, the auxiliary fire alarm system would be wired directly to the municipal box. These auxiliary boxes would be placed on every single floor. So instead of transversing the entire building, one would only have to transverse the floor. In case of a fire, this would be covered with glass. They'd break the glass, they'd reach in, pull the ring down. That would activate the municipal system, saving valuable response time. Now, history shows us for a short period of time, the wiring between the auxiliary box and the municipal box could be done with heat sensing wire, or what we call today line type heat detection. Now, this would take this primarily manual system and make it automatic. So when the building was unoccupied, we could still get an alarm response. Now, what's unique about this is this would give rise to what would become eventually known as the thermoelectric signaling system, or the interior building fire alarm system, or the building fire alarm systems as we know it today. Now, by introducing the automatic response, we also would start increasing the unwanted or nuisance alarms. And so, as we would see, this simplified approach, we start looking at how these signals were generated, how they evolved, how they've changed, and how these signals are incorporated into our modern fire alarm systems, along with the additional stimulus that we ask our systems today to monitor. Smoke detection, whether it's photoelectric or ionization, gas detection, air sampling, water flow, all these signals that we ask this system to monitor, why we get the false alarms, understand how we can get a better handle on them. And this educational session will provide you with these detailed information that, well, unfortunately, isn't often found in some of our fire service professional texts. This information will help you have a better understanding of building fire alarm systems, no matter what age. Okay? It will empower you to be able to look at systems and maybe challenge their design. We'll also going to allow you to provide better public education. Additionally, this program will give you the tools to request specific information on particular systems. Like this system here. This has over 70 buttons, but as a responder, I only need to know how to operate 6. So this program will explain how, when making contact with fire alarm vendors or manufacturers, what to ask for to get specific response information that for the many fire alarm systems that may be in your jurisdiction. Because we know the vendors rarely come to us to give us that information. So no matter what part you play in the fire service, of a firefighter, a chief officer, inspector, an educator, or an investigator, this program will provide you with some great information. I look forward to seeing you at FDIC for a simplified approach to understanding fire alarm systems. In the meantime, take care and stay safe.